The fourth situation, which is the greatest, the fourth level, is what the prophet spoke about, days of the future, days of Messiah, days of the resurrection of the dead, days that all the wicked people died and there's not one wicked Jew or non-Jew left in the world, days that there's no more Satan. Hashem dismissed the Satan. There's no more evil inclination. No one is sick. No one has to work to make a living. Everyone is loaded. Everyone has whatever they want. Everything is easy. There's no more wars in the world. There's no more racism. The world is coming to a perfect thing. Women don't have to give birth anymore. There's no more reincarnation. Nobody dies. No one's sick. No one has Alzheimer or anything like that. It's a perfect world. And the wisdom is raising to a very, very high level. Malaretz dea leHashem kamayim layam mechasim. Just like the ocean cover almost the entire world, the water in the ocean, 72%. That's how wisdom will cover the world in those days. And everyone will have Ruach HaKodesh. Every human being will be like a prophet. On every human being, because everyone who survived is righteous. With no difficulty whatsoever. And that's from then on until eternity, meaning forever and ever, a person will always be on a rise. Every day it will be higher than yesterday, higher and higher and higher and higher. And even after the 7,000 will end, which we will all be here for a long, long time without dying, when Hashem will finish the world and will send the souls to the final destination, what we call Olam Haba, until then, you're going to be on a constant rise. And then when we go to the final destination, there's no more rising. That's it. It's the highest you can get. But that's going to be only to the righteous people. No Mechalelei Shabbat will be in those days. No gays will be in these days. No racist people will be in these days. People, Sfaradim that hate Ashkenazim, they can dream about it. Ashkenazim that hate Sfaradim can dream about it. Someone who doesn't like other Jews because of the country they came from is a racist, is against Hashem, is wicked, Rasha. Not to talk about principals of yeshivas or schools that don't accept kids because of racism. They are the biggest criminals. So in the end, it's not enough just to have a beard and a yarmulke and tzitzit, or to be a modest woman. It's very important, but you have other things that you have to get rid of before, because if in the end you did not do full tshuva, you just won't rise in those days. For instance, if you charge interest from Jews, malveh beribit, you have a very big problem. You're going to have a big problem because malveh beribit is not resurrecting, is not getting up in the resurrection of the dead. He will not resurrect. So there are many wicked kind of people that would lose everything because of one specific sins that they constantly repeat, such as thieves. Thieves constantly steal, cheat, a lot of corruption. People that are follow abomination. People that have rotten ideology. They pro-gay rights. They pro-intermarriage. They pro-abortion, meaning Democrats. Anyone that has a yarmulke that is a Democrat has no future because he's 100% Rasha. It doesn't matter that he's Shomer Shabbos. He's 100% wicked. Because someone that loves Hashem and loves the Torah and loves Hashkafa, Jewish Hashkafa and love of Jewish halacha, cannot love things that God hates and writes in the Torah that is the worst thing in his eyes. When the Torah said that homosexuality is subject to death penalty by stoning and a permanent cut for the soul, and God called it abomination. So it reflects in the Torah there's nothing he hates more than that. It's the highest level of hate. And you fight to give this kind of wicked people rights, that means you are nothing better than them. Even you yourself are not gay. The fact that you promote what they do, or protect what they do, or accept what they do with understanding, and it doesn't burn your heart that they declare a war against the creator of the world and the laws of nature, shows that you are nothing better than them. Nothing. You may say, wait a minute, he acts on his desire, and every time he has men with men, it's a death penalty and a cut. I never do it. I have a wife. I married her according to the Torah. She goes to the mikveh. We keep taharat mishpacha. I don't act on all kinds of desires and abomination like they do. The only thing is, I accept them. I don't act what they do. I will never do what they do. So, is that a good excuse? The answer, absolutely not. You don't have the desire they have. They act on their desire. You do not have that desire. If you had that desire, you would do the same. The fact that it's not disgusting in your eyes shows that you are nothing better than them. The only difference is both of you agree with the act. Both of you are not disgusted with the act, even though Hashem is. He just cannot hold himself. He acts. And you, since you don't have a drive for it, you don't act. But you accept 100% his behaving, meaning if you had that desire, you would also justify your behaving. That means you are nothing better than them. Anyone who donates to that, or promote, or advertise, or whatever the people do, as you can see in Tel Aviv or other places in the world, they are just as guilty as them. And they can dream about resurrection of the dead, or they can dream about going to heaven. Because someone that is in such a field has no chance whatsoever to make it. So what are you going to do? You have to reprogram your head. You have to brainwash your head from all the disaster and the liberal nonsense that they taught you in public school and in university, college, university. Clean all the dirt from there, forget everything you ever learned there, and readjust your mind to what the Torah says, because the Torah is eternal. It will never become obsolete. It's never outdated. It will never be dismissed. One law of the Torah will never be changed. That's one of the 13 principles of Judaism. This Torah will never ever be changed. And the ideology of the Torah will never change. People corrupted. People constantly change for the worse. People accept things that 40, 50 years ago, they would never agree to accept. Just because people became so wicked and accept this kind of behaving, it doesn't mean God ever changed his opinion. God is not acting according to moods or fashion or what people desire. He's not, say, Ani Hashem lo shaniti. I'm God, will never be changed. I was perfect and remain perfect, will always be perfect, and does not need any upgrades. I'm not a phone that every year needs a new version and a new upgrade or virus cleaning. You understand? That's people. Animals, people, devices.